Okay, we have been directed to
Who directed you? It's just a simple question.
Yeah, Calgary Drive.
Who? Like, was it all of council?
Who?
Can somebody please tell me? Who? Was it all of, that's all I want to know. I'll leave, but I'd like to know. Was it all of council? Was it Cindy? Who was it?
I don't need to tell you who. I'm asking you to leave.
He asks one simple question and everything tightens inside a community officer's approach and ask him to step outside, claiming it's for privacy. As he keeps witnesses close and records calmly, the message comes without explanation. He's not welcome. Accused of failing to follow a vague protocol that no one can clearly define, he explains the legal issue was dropped weeks ago that has a community member who regularly visits the office and attends events but has cut off before he can finish. Again he asks, who gave the order? No name, no title, just someone with authority with no restriction on record and no clear reason given. Their encounter suddenly shifts and a simple question turns into an attempt to trespass him.
Step outside.
I'd like these ladies to be witness.
Okay.
Gary, we talked before on the phone. I'm Steve Hannicock.
Okay.
I just want to talk and give you privacy outside. This is rolling for your safety, okay?
Okay.
So if we can talk outside, you've got a witness right here.
So, just so you two know, I've talked to Tribe's lawyer about this situation, and I said, let's take it to court, and they dropped it.
Okay, well, we're not here to debate.
So, what do you guys want to talk to me about then?
You're not welcome here because there's a certain protocol that you're supposed to follow, and
No, there's not. They dropped everything. I speak with the...
Let me talk. I have been told you haven't followed the protocol. You need to be here. So you need to leave.
What protocol is that?
The Couch and Drive protocol. So we can make this very easy.
What is the protocol? Just please tell me.
You were supposed to contact legals.
About what?
The BCR, when they said you had to check in before attending cultural events.
That's all been dropped. I talked to their lawyer and they dropped everything. I speak with the office all the time now. I go to the office in person. Okay. I was there in October to sign.
This is not about the office. This is community.
The office is community event and I am community.
Okay. We have been directed to
Who directed you? It's just a simple question.
Yeah, Calgary Drive.
Who? Like, was it all of council?
Who?
Can somebody please tell me? Who? Was it all of, that's all I want to know. I'll leave, but I'd like to know. Was it all of council? Was it Cindy? Who was it?
I don't need to tell you who. I'm asking you to leave.
Really?
So they're allowed to say somebody's not welcome, and then at that point they're trespassing and they have to leave when asked. So you keep it asked.
So you want a community member?
Pardon?
I respected elder, I'd just like you to please see this. I'm here attending this, and they're telling me to leave. They're saying I'm not welcome, and they're not providing reason or rationale.
This is the RCMP protocol. This is Couch and Drive's protocol.
Why are you talking to me then?
Because I'm the supervisor in charge of Indigenous policing.
And who told you to do
I don't
that?
need to tell you who told me.
You are being asked by a Couch and Tribes
I
member.
don't need to answer. I don't need to answer that question. So
Okay, I'll
you can
put all
leave.
this on YouTube then. Sorry for my respected elder. Thank you for listening to this and seeing exactly what they're doing. This is because Cindy's trying to silence me. My name is Gary. Please contact me. I'd like to tell you all about this.
Okay, so Constable Panic's gonna escort you off the property, okay?
Sure.
Gary, if you want some more info from that kind of stuff,
Nope.
you can always do a freedom of information request, right?
Nope. This has all been sorted out. You're not listening to me. This is how they treat us tribes members, buddy. I told you. I spoke with a lawyer, and they dropped everything. I've been going to the office. I've been going to all of our events. This is a one-off.
It starts with a simple question repeated over and over and never answered. He says hell Levy just wants to know who made the call. Was it council? Was it one person? The response is firm and finale's not welcome and no explanation will be given. Officers explain they were directed by someone with authority but refuse to name who. Privacy protocol legal channels, he points out, has a community member and elder stands nearby witnesses. Listening as has told to leave his own space without cause. The moment shifts. What began as a question becomes enforcement. An escort is ordered. The message is clear. You don't need answers to be removed, only silence.
Okay.
I
hear you, but somebody who has the authority to tell anyone that they're not welcome in an event directed the RCMP to ask you to leave.
And who is that person?
So we aren't allowed to just give out names. So I can tell you the person with authority. Like if you did an FOI, they won't give people certain names. There's legal channels
Then
you can
who
go
is
through
the
to try to
person
get
of
that.
authority?
I can't tell you at night. I'm just a cop.
So then who can tell me?
you can go through the FOI channels and ask for that information. The people who are in the know of who is allowed to share information and what information is allowed to be shared, they make that decision. We can't just toss out people's names. That would be like, I don't go around and tell people your name about stuff if you and I have talked, and I have to keep that privacy. So what I would say is someone with the authority to do so from Cowichan Tribes.
Nobody has the authority to speak or boot anybody out of a meeting. That's the law. They signed the law that.
So Cowichan Tribes property, which makes private property, just like any other center, can refuse someone being there, and then it becomes trespassing. So I'm just explaining it, right? So Gary, I'm just a cop that's been directed.
All right. Well, I'll show all this to the public.
That's totally fair, right? And that's your right.
All right. I'll show them exactly what the RCMP is doing, booting a community member out of a building with no proof of who's doing it or who's saying so, or any reason, rationale to do so. I challenge Cowichan Tribes' lawyer, which I've told you now 3 times, I challenge them to take this to court, and they dropped everything. They allow me to go to the band office. They allow me to call the office. I've been speaking with Alistair a lot, and so now I'm telling you this, and you're ignoring it.
It's not that I'm ignoring it. It's somebody with the authority to eject anyone for a one-time purpose has directed us.
And what is the one-time purpose?
It'd be like any story if somebody says they're not welcome. It's not like you're.
But what did I do? What did I do that was unwelcome?
So we were told there's a process to go. There's my understanding, right? It's not what I've been told now. Is that they at one point had a BCR Band Council resolution about if you want to attend cultural events, there's a process to go through.
And did you investigate that and to see what the status is?
No, that's not my job.
You didn't investigate. You just got told that there's a BCR in place.
If I show up at your property and you say, also panic with that guy's trespassing, remove him. I will not investigate you. I will just listen to you and remove a person if you.
But when there's legal documentation that they're claiming.
So what you need to do is, if you think you've been wronged, is get your lawyer to pursue legal channels. Right. We don't deal with. I don't review legal documents. I'm not a lawyer. Is I listen to the people with the authority.
But you enforce them.
Something. Yeah.
Okay.
It's laid bare in real time a community member is being removed not for what he did but because someone said so. Officers admit they didn't investigate it and verify the status of any resolution and didn't review a single document. They were told there was authority and that was enough. He explains again that the lawyer dropped the issue that has allowed in the office that has been attending events without restriction. It doesn't matter the role of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police here is simple: enforce, first ask. Nothing, no proof, no rationale, no answers, just removal. And in that moment the lesson becomes clear: when authority refuses transparency, question becomes a reason to be silenced.
Well, John said that public property is owned by the cops now.
Oh,
yeah, and we can't be here in 30 minutes to give me an ultimatum. If I'm not gone in 30 minutes.
do you mind if I take video of you, sweetheart? Okay. I just always want to make sure.
My name's Ryan. Down the road on public property, and the cops are tell us that they own the public property. They're trying to kick us off of at nighttime, but I've been here all day, and now it's camping.
And this is the only place for you guys to be.
Yeah, right here on this.
Yeah, I see.
That's why they haven't written the ticket yet. But I still have God's word, and I will do it.
Yep.
But then the I just went. The mayor told us to ride camping right here, so to sleep, not camping.
I know.
You have to prove you're camping to write a ticket. I have no structure. I sleep.
Well, they have to give 72 hours notice before taking property by law, so we're just here to, well, if they move him and they take that, then that violates that.
They're trying to lock me up there if I don't move my stuff, because I'm standing my ground. I'm not moving. God said.
Well, I'm going to be here for a little bit.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
God said you just fell down.
Oh, all of a sudden it looks like they're much less interested in being here.
They are. Because, you know, when God stands his ground.
It's interesting.
I'll be right here behind me too, but
that's all. I'm not being aggressive. I just want to make sure you understand that if I could just have one. I had my computer and you walked away from me. I was trying to show you that. I was trying to. I can't talk when you're talking. So when you're done, let me know and then I'll explain to you what I was trying to show you on the computer. Okay. So when I had my computer, I was trying to show you that you're trespassing without written express Can I finish talking, please? Can I finish talking, please?
Can you answer the question?
Tell me who owns
Sir,
it.
could you answer his question? It's a reasonable question.
When I get done talking to him, I'll talk to you, okay? So I can't talk to two people at one time. So, no, I'm not saying that I own it. What I'm saying is, watch out for the car, man. So what I'm saying, I'm just telling you watch out for the car. I don't care if you stand in the street. But what I'm telling you is you don't have written permission from the person who owns this property to be here. Let me see the permission that you have to be here.
Who owns the sidewalk, sir?
The city does. The city takes care of all that. The city of Lubbock. And do you have written permission? So for trespassing, whether it's public or if it's private or public. So read the ordinance.
Where's the written private?
I was showing you.
The city is using the trespassing to get around that they can't enforce the encampment ban. This is how they're skirting around the law illegally in violation of the 4th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, the 8th Amendment, the Colorado State Constitution, International Code, city ordinances, and disability code as well. I'm not leaving, sweetheart. Oh, this is what happens when you cite the law. All of a sudden, they can't do it anymore.
It unfolds slowly, then all at once he doesn't raise his voice, he doesn't move aggressively, he stands his ground and asks the only question that matters: who owns this property? The answer shifts. First it's trespassing, then it's written permission, then it's safety. As the camera rolls, the certainty drains away. The sidewalk is public, the authority is unclear, the justification collapses. When he cites the law, the urgency fades and the officers lose interest too. Encounters different places, same pattern orders. Without proof, enforcement, without explanation, and in both moments everything changes. The second questions are asked. That's the power of recording, that's the power of knowing your rights.